Alright, hello everybody, this is Harry J. Martin and welcome back to BeamNG.drive. In today's video, we are going to be checking out some more scenarios. And the first one we're checking out is Airfield Showdown. Win this drag race on the abandoned airstrip. The cars are evenly matched, but this old airstrip is dusty and slippery. Right, okay then, so it's telling us that actually keeping this thing in a straight line could be a bit of a challenge. And I can already see what they mean. These patches of grass are just like death, really, to a drag car. If we get it in 5th, yeah, there we go. It's not too difficult. And he's miles behind. I don't really know what happened to him there, but maybe he missed a shift or something. But yeah, there we go. A time of 13.64. I don't exactly know what length that was. That's not very quick for a quarter mile for sure. Anyway, we won. That's the important thing. Guinea pig preparations. Transport a scrap car to the top of a cliff in preparation for an upcoming stunt. Take the Abishu hopper, it has the towing capacity. Well, I'm glad to hear it does. Not sure how we're going to do here. I can think of better cars for this scenario, like heavier towing vehicles are always better, but, you know, I'm sure we'll manage. It's only a Covette we're towing, really, isn't it? And it's only a scrap kind of Covette anyway. I mean, look at the state of it. It's not as though if this thing falls off, it's going to be a big, you know, issue. We'd probably just, like, I don't know, just get another one from somewhere. But anyway, we'll take it nice and easy because, oh my gosh, actually, yeah, that's not a great start. Clipping that curb there pretty badly. Anyway, I saw something on Instagram earlier, and I don't know if it's true. I'd be a fool to take everything I saw on Instagram as the truth, because it certainly isn't. But it was like, I just found out that dolphins attack sharks and just, like, pretty much, like, beat them up. Like, groups of dolphins will just turn up and just, like, jump a shark. I mean, I guess that makes sense in the sense that, you know, dolphins are kind of more of a, it's not a pack, is it, that you'd call a group of dolphins? It probably has a proper name. But you get what I'm saying, sharks are more solitary compared with dolphins, so, I mean, I can see it as potentially being a possibility. I'm not sure why dolphins would just suddenly be like, you know what, I don't like this shark, but, you know, I like to think it's true. I can imagine that would be something that Attenborough ought to get on camera. It's not really the issue of having enough power to pull it and go faster, really. It's just the weight issue. And also, this Covette is trying to make a break for it. I hope the scenario doesn't fail us for a little bit of damage on the Covette, but I've got a feeling it can do if it wants to. For example, if, like, the radiator gets, like, whacked a little bit, it'll probably fail us, so we have to be really careful now it's hanging off. I read an article and it was about kind of the mispronunciation of people's names being racist. Now, I'd agree with it to an extent. Well, I've got to be careful how I phrase my opinion on this, since YouTube isn't quite what it was 10 years ago. My point is that, you know, deliberately pronouncing someone's name wrong because either you can't be bothered or you think it's funny, you know, just because they have a slightly different name that might not be as common where you're from, yeah, that could be easily considered racist, deliberately doing it. And also, you know, not making an effort to pronounce someone's name correctly or just being like, can I just call you this because it's easier? I mean, yeah, okay, you could say there's a bit of a racist issue there, but I'd say that's more disrespectful than anything, and lazy, really. So I'd just say, you know, if you don't know how to pronounce someone's name, give it a go. Don't be embarrassed if, like, you get it wrong, because I'm sure this person will probably get that issue a lot. And then just be like, how do you pronounce your name properly? I want to be able to pronounce your name right. That's the courteous thing to do, in my opinion, and the right thing to do. So yeah, I can understand, you know, not putting any effort into pronounce someone's name just because it's different from what a lot of people's names might be like, where, you know, where you're from. Yeah, that's wrong. I wouldn't agree with doing that. Or, you know, just being lazy and saying, oh, I'll give you this nickname. But, you know, pronouncing it wrong in the spirit of trying to get it right and being respectful, I would disagree with that being racist. But anyway, enough of my political views. I hope you kind of understood those and took those words how I meant them. But anyway, we got through that scenario first try. The Covette was really on the edge there of that trailer. I'm surprised we didn't fail for that, but we made it. Right then, our next scenario is, well, apparently escape the port in your Abishu Pessima, but I assume it has a proper name. Anyway, we've got a little map there that details our route. Not that I'm going to remember that at all. But what does worry me slightly is the arrow at the bottom there says we're going into nothing at the end, which I guess we'll see what happens at the end there. Does worry me slightly. Anyway, it recommends I use the handbrake a lot, which is probably quite wise owing to the size of this thing and how tight some of these corners can be. I don't know about anyone else that's ever played a racing game though, is once you start using the handbrake to kind of nip yourself around corners in certain situations, I start using it all the time. I don't know if anyone else does that. It's just like, oh yep, handbrake, you know, when it probably isn't necessary, it's just slowing you down, but I still use it. Like here, for example, I could take this corner normally, or I could just slide it like that. It's probably slower, but it looks cooler, so I'm going to do it. Anyway, through the barrels, and yeah, it did say we had some jumps, but wasn't quite expecting that. That was a little bit harsh on our Pessima, to be honest. Anyway, we're quite close to clipping that corner there. I'm wondering if we can get through this without scratching the Pessima up, but I'm not sure if we may have already failed at doing so. Of course, the barrels are going to, you know, have a little bit of a knock on the bumper, but I'm on about, you know, ripping the door off or something. It'd be good if we could get through it without doing that. This corner could be handbraked, or it could just be not. You can see I thought about it, and I thought, nah, I don't want to fall off the edge there. Right, we've got to jump there. A little bit too fast into that. Yeah, we've kind of knackered the rear light there, so I guess we've failed at taking no damage, but that was kind of inevitable, really, wasn't it? Anyway, through the shipping containers, it's really tight through here, bloody hell. Cut that corner a little bit, and, oh, I see, we have a boat, right. That would explain the arrow just disappearing into nothing, and this, wow, this, that sign was taking out some revenge, wasn't it? Bloody hell. Anyway, onto the boat. I mean, wasn't exactly graceful, but we certainly made it. And there we go, in a time of 1 minute 53.89. I'm not sure if that's a good time. It felt pretty quick, although, saying that, a lot of that handbrake kind of, you know, just for the sake of it, probably didn't improve that time very much. Right then, I think this is quite an old scenario actually, Sky Curve, because it's on grid map. A lot of the first scenarios that was added to the game actually were in grid map, so it would make sense this is an older one. I must warn you all, I haven't done this Sky Curve in like ages. Like, I've done it before, of course, because I've had this game for like ever, but I don't think I've cleaned it in a very long time, so let's see how we do here. You see, the issue with this is just like the camera sometimes freaks out, and that really, like, you know, kind of disrupts you a little bit. And knowing what speed to take these corners at, yeah, there's the camera biting us in the butt. There we go. Yeah, and knowing what speed to take some of these corners at can be a bit iffy as well. I mean, perhaps you'd do a little bit better with a manual transmission, like doing the gears yourself, but I'm not sure if it would make that much of a difference, really. The only thing I can think would happen if I tried doing that is I'd forget to change up, and then we'd run out of revs to get up the hill or something, so yeah, maybe we should just let the game do that. Anyway, we've made the first lap no problem, and we're coming up to the iffy corner again. This is just the real weird one because the camera likes to freak out. There you go. And then you try and correct the camera by pressing down on the left stick, and it just makes it worse. Final corner, getting a bit of tyre squeal through there. That was a bit iffy, actually. Right then, our next scenario is Island Cross, and it has quite a healthy little caption here. I kind of feel to do a bit of a newsreader voice on the job. In this scenario, you must cross the island however you can to reach an abandoned building on top. Once there, you must double back and climb the hill in the centre of the island. And we got a little map there, you know, point 1, point 2. So it looks like if we follow the main road around, we should get there pretty quickly. And then tips and hints is going to need a different voice, isn't it? Your vehicle is quite top-heavy, so be careful when cornering. There are no rules besides reaching the checkpoint, so you may drive cross-country. Be careful there are many dangerous terrain features in your way. I'm cowering at the thought of these dangerous terrain features. I'm not sure what they might be, you know. A pack of wild dogs, or a volcano, or something like that. Not actually sure if wild dogs constitutes a terrain feature, but anyway. Hopefully we can get to grips with this Roma pretty quickly, get to learn its limits. I'm kind of going flat out through here, which is probably a mistake. Getting a little bit of air there, actually, yeah. Although, that was a beautiful little slide. I don't know how I kept that going. Looks like if we head to the left, though, that should, yes, take us in the right direction. I think I see the building we're supposed to be at over here. We're not going to go too off-roady just yet. I want to kind of save the condition of this Roma for as long as we can. Although saying that, we were bouncing around a bit. Oh gosh, on there. Right, so we've made it to this, what is apparently an abandoned building, although it's got a solar panel there. I don't know how many abandoned buildings you see with solar panels. Anyway, looping back round, and we'll kind of go to the right here. It looks like it's maybe taken us... No, it's not actually at all in the right direction, but we might find another road here at some point. Yeah, okay, this is looking a little bit more off-roady than I wanted it to, and we've just whacked it into that rock, haven't we? Bloody hell. I didn't even notice that. Right, I mean, yeah, we've got four-wheel drive, but we don't have locking diff, so I want to kind of stay away from rocks, to be honest with you. Maybe that's what it actually meant by dangerous terrain features. That could be what it means. Is it just taking us in a loop? This doesn't seem to go anywhere. Right, balls to it, we're going off-road. Just got to be careful for these dangerous terrain features, whatever they might be. We're not going to make it up the side of this... Oh my gosh, that was a bit of a jump. Yeah, we're not going to make it up the entirety of this kind of hillside here with the Roma, because it gets a little bit too steep and rocky for this thing to deal with, really. As I'm kind of highlighting right there. Hopefully, though, yeah, this is a road, so this may take us to the top. I could see no reason why it wouldn't. It's going uphill. Right, let's see if the Roma can pull us up here. It's doing a pretty good job so far. Just hope it doesn't get any worse. Come on, keep it going. Don't bottom out. That's the last thing we need. And yeah, looks like we've made it. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of an interesting finale here. There's kind of just a barrel and a pole. Nice view, though. Anyway, that's our success in a time of 3:41.94. Not sure, once again, if that's a good time. I mean, we spent a little bit of time going in the wrong direction, so I guess we could have probably shaved a good few seconds off that time if we wanted to. Right then, I'd just like to thank everybody very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, as usual, please do consider dropping it a like, and if you like any more of my videos, do consider dropping a subscribe. As for videos that are going to be coming out soon, along with this one, of course, I do have a Rainbow Six video planned. I know there hasn't been one of those for quite a while, actually. I think, like, summer last year, probably. But yeah, there's one of those coming out very soon. And as for the Tomb Raider Anniversary Let's Play, I do have that planned and all to make a bit of a comeback. I just had a bit of an issue with a corrupted file, which just put me off recording it for a little while. But yeah, that will be back out soon. Thank you everyone very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video you watch, provided it's one of mine. Goodbye.